Look at this.
So that's a lot, you know.
Okay, there's a run of 9, and he's still in very good position.
A lot of seconds, but you have to be quick shooting. Thank you, Michael.
He's ahead 10-2 and is on a run of 9. So he's serving notice on Mr. Sanchez not to take him too lightly.
Oh, definitely. Second inning. What do you think he will do here, Bob?
He's going to just play. He might actually have a two-way shot here. If he goes in a hair long, he might be able to still come out of the corner and make it.
Done.
There's a run of 10.
On the second inning, you can see the quality of capability of these Turkish players. They're getting better and better, as Sammy Saginaw mentioned earlier. Very concentrated, very dedicated, keeping Mr. Sanchez sitting down. No possibilities of scoring that way.
No possibility. Now this is his first really difficult shot in his whole run.
It sure looks possibly looking into going on a four-railer.
Yeah, I think that's what he's going to do. Look, he's using a lot of spin, so on the fourth rail it'll really spin. There's 1, 2, 3.
Very
he has
nice.
to spin down to that ball.
Very nice.
Look at that.
What a shot.
11.
And
the crowd gets excited. It's a fabulous shot. Sure keeping it up with 11. 11, a run of 11.
It's just amazing to see these young players playing so well. It's unbelievable.
And he's got one more for 12.
Is that the high run so far?
So far is the highest run. Yeah, that's correct. We had Mr. Jasper had one of 11 yesterday, and he had one of 10 in the previous set.
I know there's been a couple of, at least 2 11s and out. But he's in very good position here for another score.
And he's able to go up with the highest run, which is also an additional prize for the player who makes the higher run.
Here's a real thin hit, and I think even I could make this one. But I might not have made the first 12.
30.
Oh, boy.
Oh, look at the position.
And perfect position. It looked like he's running out the door quickly.
Oh, man, he's got to make this, and that's 14 and out.
You can see Mr. Sanchez giggling at it and saying, boy, am I in troubles here. And he sure got it.
Beautiful.
14 and out. How do you all like it? Definitely.
Too long?
No, he will make it. Too long,
yeah,
but
by
you've
6
got
inches.
it. Boy,
You know, there's nothing like a good offense to put the other guy a little off. Puts the pressure on him.
Mr. Sanchez is such a player that I see him miss the break, and you say he's too long, and I say, no, he's going to score because he's such a good player.
Well, that's because I'm older than you.
Oh.
But I just looked over in the bleachers, and Mr. Saginaw of Turkey is watching the game and has a big smile on his face.
Oh, definitely. His younger student, it's coming up with what he taught him, so...
That's his first flaw, really.
And if he would have scored it, he would have had an easy short rail there.
Well, Sanchez more or less has to go off the right side of the red. He has to worry a little bit about where the red is going to be. On this type of shot, you could easily drive the red 3 rails right into the yellow. But he's sitting down on it to change the angle on the red.
He's going
See,
for
there
the
it is, right into the yellow.
Right
That's
into
what I
yellow.
called it at the first. I thought
Or
he was
zero.
elevating to try to miss
Fine,
that,
Coach.
but
He's right into it. You're a good pool player, Bob.
every once in a while I make a good call.
Well, after all the writing you've been doing and all the
Yes.
diagrammatic explanations, I know
Right.
you got it down to the very,
Well, I may not have
Where
seen it.
limits.
I may not have seen it all, but I've written it all.
I know that.
Okay. Now, if he can make this, he's got my vote.
You think he's going to reach Bob? Oh, he's got plenty of speed. He got
On
plenty of
these
speed.
fast tables,
One.
they never stop rolling on these.
Plenty, just enough to get there.
Yeah,
Huh?
this beautiful new cloth, and they keep it clean. Oh, they're frozen.
Frozen.
They're frozen. You got to have good eyesight to see that, Bob.
Yeah, they sometimes, 150 years ago, they would light a match and
that right?
put it behind the ball so they could see. Now, some referees carry a little flashlight.
That's interesting.
And even a magnifying glass and a flashlight.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I carry my magnifying glass with me for another purpose, Bob.
So you can read the headlines in the newspaper.
That's before I had eye surgery, Bob.
If you look at Sanchez, he's looking not too happy.
Well, Mr. Tasdemir is very solid on the cue, and that it's got him a little worried about
Who?
it. Hasn't stopped scoring.
No, he hasn't. And I like this guy. And to think that if he had walked into a billiard room where I was, he probably could have beaten me out of some money, because I never heard of him. And I would say nobody that good looking and that young could beat me.
And I bet he would have probably faked it a little bit, let you win. Because you're a nice guy, Bob.
Yeah, I would never do that to anybody.
So he will let you slide on it, probably beat you and be a gentleman and say, keep the bet.
Oh, yeah. See how he does on the bank.
Three.
Absolutely
It's
perfect.
covering all angles. It's been hitting it perfect.
Now here's an interesting position. He's looking for something along the rail, like
Reversed.
maybe 3 rails first here, and then the white ball.
I think he
can
doesn't have a
also-
way of going around that white ball.
It looks like he can't hit it thin enough.
Well, you know the shot he was practicing when he was on
that-
his
yeah,
practice
that
shot?
backup shot.
Probably pulled that up, huh?
He might, but he has some good opportunities here along the rail also.
Yeah, he hasn't really looked at the other possibility, even though he played it with such a freedom. I thought he could play it
Looks
again.
like he's going 3 rails. On these shots, sometimes 2 rails first is enough, because it almost certainly is going to get back to the rail. But if you have 3 rails first, then the red is very large. There it is.
There you go. And
4.
is he ever going to let
I
Mr.
don't
Sanchez
know.
get
If he-
to the table?
If he keeps this up, he's going to have a fantastic average.
That's the question. I mean, Mr. Sanchez getting to the table at any given time?
It's keeping him in the chair, that's for sure. I wonder why he doesn't like that shot off the left side of the red into the corner. Maybe not sure. See, he's afraid he's going to bank the red out into the path of the cue ball, I think. But drawing off the white isn't bad either.
Yeah, but he should have a good way out of there.
not gonna
He's
take
going
it.
for the shot.
Of course, he's going to a big ball. But again, he has to make sure he hits the white full enough so the white doesn't bank 2 rails right into the red. Oh, he hit that rail first. There's no kiss that way. Look at the white come around for position.
Perfect.
That's that 5 rail position. If you
Wow.
can drive the white 5 rails.
5-railer into the preferred position for 3 cushion playing.
I think he'll probably go outside the white ball.
To drive it back into
well,
the...
just because the red ball is pretty big down there by going 3 rails behind the red.
Probably get the white ball out quickly, too.
No, I didn't know you could do that. Of
Yeah,
course,
he could get it quickly and
he
come
kind of
from
shook his
behind.
head there, like he didn't like that.
6.
See,
He
there
could-
he is with another run, and now he's running 6.
Yeah, if he holds the cue ball, then allows for the object ball to come out of the way, and that's exactly what he did.
Here's what I think. He's looking at this shot right into there.
Is there an angle for that, Bob?
It doesn't look. Now he's looking at backing up on it.
Would he go rail first?
No,
Wow, I wonder if he's got an angle.
I think he's
Very tight.
going to go from one long rail to the other long rail.
That's what I think he could do.
See, no good.
It
He
was
wanted to go
rough.
down there and back
He
up.
had to go thin.
Score
That was
6.
real hard. I'm not sure that was the best shot.
That was
there.
a terrible shot.
Yeah,
Well, if he would have made it, probably would have been the
Yeah,
right choice, huh?
that's see, now
But it
here,
was rough.
here he is up 6-0.
He picked up a real hard shot. He had to follow very gracefully on that first ball.
And Sanchez is left with a very tough shot. Gosh, can he get around there and just make this 3 rails?
He's got about the same position.
No. Oh, he's backing up.
Tasdemir
See how
had.
nice that is?
Yes,
Oh, wow.
that's the shot
1.
that Mr. Tasdemir attempted before. The shot that you called,
Right.
Bob.
Uh-huh.
Well, let's
this is
see.
this is tough too, because I don't think he could get it short enough on a 7-rail shot.
We're finally going to have opportunity to see Mr. Sanchez play
Yeah.
after 21 points that Mr. Tasdemir has scored.
He might play this as a cross table.
Or a
That's-
natural around the table,
Can
probably.
he get long enough though?
Oh,
no, he's
double.
playing a cross table.
Cross table with reverse.
Yeah.
Oh,
think he
boy,
made
how
it.
nice. How nice.
Isn't that nice?
Very nice. Mr. Sanchez is one of the more steady players as far as keeping his cool, you know, no matter which way the game goes.
Yes.
He's
you're
always quiet, in
Mhm.
absolute control, and
control of his emotions.
definitely, he's one of the best at it.
They call this a long angle. It's up and down. Not quite.
A little long. And he
Score 2.
opened up.
Mr.
Depends on
Sanchez,
exactly
2.
how that white ball stops.
So you see Mr. Sanchez with it, though. He's behind, and he still plays very openly. He played to
Right, he
score,
he
and
played the score.
played to score.
Yeah, I think he'll play this as a short angle off the left side of the red because he has a big white ball.
Yes.
Let's see.
Even though he's got a huge red ball, if he comes around
yeah, he's
the
going to
white
go
ball,
off the white.
the ball is real big. Unless he plays it short, which that's the angle he was looking
I
at.
think he's going just up and, oh no, there he goes. Short.
And I think he's going to miss that shot. Oh, he played it good. I thought he was going to come in short.
He didn't end up very luckily.
Well, he had that natural roll, and he just rolled into it. Softly, the ball kept on stretching out of the corner and hit on the right spot.
Well, the cue ball should curve a little bit here, and after it comes off the first rail, go real long.
And full of speed.
Oh, that's so nice.
Full of
the way
English
it
and-
holds its English and comes off that third
Very
rail.
nice.
Now he's ahead 8-2. Can you believe this?
He's been shooting perfect. Very pristine.
Very
Pristine
clean.
shooting.
Yeah.
Very clean. Yes.
This is almost the same shot, provided he can hit the red thin enough so he doesn't bank it back into the white.
And he's gonna go for it.
He's a little worried about that kiss.
Getting about to kiss the red ball, coming back into the
Yeah.
scoring area.
Mhm.
Oh, he's gonna go for the 5-railer. Another kiss. He's got to go for the short railer
Yeah.
of the red ball. It's a big ball after all.
The red might kiss the cue ball too.
Oh, the red comes.
There he goes.
Oh, he's-
Oh, I think that's a little bit on the lucky
Another
side.
pull shot.
I can't imagine that he tried to bank it through that hole.
Well, I think you looked at your friend, the pool
Mike
artistic
Massey,
player.
you mean?
I would say so before playing that shot.
I think he meant to cut it thinner.
Because he just went in the hole, you know, it's like playing one pocket across the table. Very lucky, Bob.
I don't see what he's going to do here. Oh, off the white and way up to the far end.
He's going to curve out of the corner, so it's going to be really tough to get that angle afterwards.
Oh, look at that.
He just got it perfect.
Wow, that's so nice.
Oh, my God.
This guy is a player.
If he curves a little, just a hair more, he will
Yeah.
come short. So
Right.
he hit it perfect without hesitating.
I think he's going to go thin off the red and hug the end rail to the right and back to the white. He'll shoot this hard so the high English keeps it on the rail. I think he got it off
Back
this
and
rail.
forth as many ways as you can.
Score
And
4.
he missed it.
Yeah, I gave him a good
4.
chance of making that. Now here's Sanchez with his first wide open shot.
And he's down 10-2.
He can hardly miss this.
He's going to have to score a lot, Bob, if he wants
Yeah.
to stay alive. He's down one set, and we've only gone 7 innings.
Man, is he going off the right side?
Right side, trying to
That's
get the position around red ball on the 5th diamond.
That's a shot only a top player would play. To go off the left side, you couldn't miss, but you couldn't control the balls as well.
Yeah.
And now he has a spin shot off the, I would say.
Not as good a position as he wanted, but
He could go this way and spin down to here and then spin up.
what is he doing, Bob? I think he's going to have to go across the table.
Of course, the
that
shot,
side.
yeah, the shot I recommended is pretty tough because he'd have to cue over the red ball.
But you think his best shot will be probably coming up around this way, Bob? You know, I'm sorry that we're coming out here.
No,
Oh, he's going to go for the spin shot. Well, what is he doing?
that's what he's doing, I think. Or is he coming 4 rails? Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
It didn't look like that was an
Didn't
angle
look
that
good.
could be
Boy.
done.
He made it.
Mr. Tasdemir.
There is no way he could appreciate it from that angle.
No, he stood up thinking that the shot
Yes.
was missed.
Because the angle was pretty off,
severe,
huh?
yeah.
Yes.
But he shot it softly so it had a chance to curve a little bit into the corner
Even
at
when
a better
he-
angle.
Even when he aimed at it, I couldn't see the shot, Bob.
Now look at this one.
It was a hanger, and we missed it.
Yeah, he tried to follow Tiki. Those are tough.
Those are
4-2.
tough.
Mr. Sanchez, 2.
Well, he's got 2, and even though he's down, his average is 1.0. Even more than 1.0.
Yeah. Well, Tasdemir is 10 in 4 innings, isn't it? Yeah.
10-4. And scoring, Bob, because that's already there.
Money in the bank.
1.
Well, he got a little unlucky there because he can't see the red, so that cuts down on his options. But he's going to play a spin shot, I believe.
He's going to go for the 5
No, he's going to
railer
go for the
and
5. He has to think about the white, make sure he
Got
doesn't.
to control that kiss, and he's got to come out quick so that he gets ahead before the white ball comes across the rail. Oh, he hit it.
Score 1.
That was his first
Tasdemir,
mistake, but he got lucky on the lead, I think.
I think Mr. Sanchez can score the tiki there. A good possibility.
He's looking at it.
Nevertheless, the pressure it's on his side.
It's hard to keep that cue ball on the tiki. It's hard to. That's what he's going to do, though. It's his only option. Have to shoot softly, I would say.
Look at this shot, Bob.
He didn't play that.
Isn't that a lucky one?
Yeah, he's smiling.
Look at him. Isn't that a lucky shot or what?
I guess it was a two-way shot.
You see all kind of shots here, Bob. And boy, he didn't take advantage of it.
Sanchez, 1.
You have to take advantage of those lucky breaks because you sure
Yes.
get kissed out of enough of them.
The pressure it's on him. That was a fairly easy shot.
Yeah, he has a pretty good tiki here. But if this weren't so easy, you might go for the tiki. Now he's looking back at the tiki again.
He's taking his
Yeah, I
time.
think he's wondering if he can spin it down there deeply enough.
Taking his time. Mr. Tasdemir has 112 seconds on the clock, while Mr. Sanchez has 203 seconds. So you can see Mr. Sanchez has been shooting a little faster pace than Mr. Tasdemir.
That should score, shouldn't it?
If he gets there, he should make it.
Wow, too bad.
Oh,
Score 0.
another
Tasdemir,
opportunity for
0.
Mr. Sanchez.
Boy, not a very good one, though. Look at this position.
He's going to go for the rail first, probably. It's a tough position, whichever way he goes.
I think that rail first is his best opportunity. That's this
Very
shot.
rough.
Into the rail to the, whoops. Into the rail to the red, back out that way.
Looked like the best opportunity.
But he's not, he doesn't seem to be looking at that, though.
He's probably looking at a blast 2 or maybe straight into the 3-railer
Oh, man,
around,
can you believe this?
around the clock shot.
He has to go off the left side of the
Got
yellow
to hit
there.
it perfect. Very, very rough shot.
I don't know. I don't
Maybe.
think he looked
Score
at
0.
our
Mr.
rail
Sanchez,
first shot at
0.
all.
Maybe he was playing a shot in the similar fashion to the shot he just scored in the last inning, Bob. He came out to the side of the ball, went to the rail, and almost made it.
That's not a shot you can bank on.
Now, we'll believe he was probably playing the other shot if he would have scored that one.
He's really putting the... Looks like he's going to go for some kind of a bank.
He's going for the +2 system and try to go
I think he's going to try and make that off the white.
off the white. It looks like an off the white because the rotation of the ball will be in the opposite direction.
Score 0.
He had to shoot hard and get a
Tasdemir,
good hit.
0.
He didn't do it.
That's a little too strong for that shot, wasn't it? He could have hit that ball. Well, he needed
He needed to come
He
off
needed
that ball pretty
to
sharp.
jump off the first
Yeah.
ball. That's correct.
Now, I don't know if he can play one rail behind the yellow and hit the red.
I don't think he's got an angle to get across. He's left with another tough position.
This is no picnic or a bank.
Mr. Sanchez had it rough. Most of the shots has been facing.
Yes, he has. He's gotten the worst of the breaks.
No big balls, no.
You know, when they have a real tough shot, it's when you sometimes... Oh, now this is a backup shot. Left side of the red and come over and then back up. See to here and then up. Pretty close.
That's some shot.
Score
Yeah.
0. Mr. Sanchez,
It
0.
now leaves an open table once again. That's
Yes.
what's so difficult
Right.
about that
He just
shot.
had to go for it and hope for the best.
Yeah, hope for the best, but usually you open up so much, but you don't have any other chances.
Now he should be able to hit this with complete confidence.
He's been showing he can score these easily. And I think he's got it.
Right in the middle.
One. Last three.
Last three, so we're moving at a very fast pace here, Bob.
Sanchez better get his horse in gear.
Mr. Tasdemir has great concentration also.
Two.
He scores 2-1, perfect position.
By hitting that thin, he...
Perfect position, and I think this is going to be all over, Bob. Another 7 innings, so he will be having a wonderful average. That will be a 30 innings, 30 points in 10 innings if he runs out.
Three.
For an average of 3.0.
Well,
not too shabby, huh?
he has to make a good shot here.
You think he'll go into the corner?
Well, he's going this way, I think. That's one possibility.
It looks like the biggest ball and the shot that you can play more freely than grabbing the hair and coming off this side of the ball.
Yeah, he could. That's what he's going to do. Maybe with slight
come
hold
over
up
here and come over here. So that's another possibility.
He's using no English or even a touch of hold up. Oh no!
Oh, look
wow,
at this!
Look at that!
Oh,
that was an interesting choice. I'm not
very
sure.
difficult.
Three.
Very difficult because
And
coming
he
off the first ball.
completely sold out by the way the yellow ball stopped huge in the corner. You could,
Yes, and the angle was pretty awkward. You had to control that curve as you put top English on the cue ball.
Now let's see if with Sanchez can bank this red ball around to the same long rail.
One.
Still
See,
not
he
too
did
lucky.
that. Instead of cutting the red, he drove the red, so it came over to this side.
Still not too lucky. Look
No,
at the
he wasn't
yellow
lucky.
ball went in the rough side of the table.
He might go off the yellow. No, he's going to try to go real long.
Rail first? Is he playing rail first? Yeah, that's what it
Yes,
looks
he
like.
is. That's an interesting choice. Wow.
He can do it.
Look at that.
Two.
That's number 2. And now he's got it
Now,
where he wanted
He
it.
should have at least 2 more here. Tasdemir only needs 1 point.
1 point.
And you can't give him another chance, I'd say. I guess he'll come up behind the yellow and try to bump the yellow into the middle of the table.
Yes, and I think you're going to get there before the red ball gets in there.
Three.
That's okay. 3.
Oh, he got unlucky on the red.
Unlucky. Is he going to go twice around, Bob? Or
That's the shot they can make on this table. I tend not to think of it because I'm used to slower tables, and so that
it's a huge ball when you go twice around. It's become very small when you want to score coming straight into the third rail.
well, we don't have time to show there, but I think he's not going twice around. I think he's going to try to come in
Straight at it for position.
Yeah, short on the just to make it. Oh, it's twice around.
It's a big
There it
ball.
is.
You cannot miss the opportunity to score on a big ball.
Look out!
Score three.
Tough luck.
Mr. Sanchez.
Yes.
3. Set.
Very
ball.
tough. Now we have a game point coming up. Set point anyway.
Gosh, it looks like the Turks are going to take over 3 cushion like the Filipinos have taken over pool.
Oh, it sure looks like it. They had 4 strong competitors, and they still have 2 in the finals.
Oh, I think he missed.
Sure got it.
Oh no, he's got it.
He's
One.
got it. And boy, he's
One.
got 8 innings in
Set.
this match, in
Mr.
this
Tasdemir.